booms being picked up? Boom, boom, boom. Are my booms being picked up? I think they are. I don't know though, Jimbo. What do you think, man? Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow. Yeah, you got it perfect. You nailed it. Did you pop up yet in the video so you can see if you approve of your lighting situation?
Nope, I still got 10 seconds. Oh, nope,
I
there
will
it
fix
is.
it a little bit though, so that I can move it in a little bit on you. I'll move it just in a little bit. There we go. Everybody wants to see that pretty face of old Jimmy Sinndred so that they can see. Does it need to be turned away from you think? That's still bright because it looks good on my thing, but maybe because I was getting other people saying like a few weeks back they were saying that that your shit looked like you were bright, but it didn't look bright on mine. It kind of looks it looks a little more bright there, but not too bad.
My neck hurts.
Well,
There it is.
So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Happy Friday night try. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy
Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th on our 13th episode of the Friday Night Try. It is, of course, Friday the 13th.
When we started this is what we aimed to do. Like, we planned all the weeks out, and we were like, all right, so the 13th episode has to be November 13th.
Right.
So that's why
the date will never match again.
When
it would never match again because the numbers will just get too high.
They're getting so that's what that was. So I don't know.
Sweet Shirt Joe Dirt. Is he talking about Def Leppard? Is that what it is?
Sweet Shirt.
Does Joe Dirt like Def Leppard? Is that a Joe Dirt thing? Paul Montego.
I wonder what the Joe Dirt thing. Does Joe
You never
Dirt
seen
like
Joe Dirt?
I think I have.
It was
That's the redneck one. That's
yeah,
the redneck guy, right?
but I guess he
Does he wear
like
Def Leppard shirts.
I don't know. I didn't think he did. What are you talking about, Paul? That don't make no sense. Yep. Happy Friday the 13th. Yep. On our 13th episode on Friday the 13th. How wonderful and how exciting, how great is that? Are you guys locked down yet? I want you all to be locked down for your health, and I want you to be nice and safe, and just make sure that you don't go out past 10 p.m. Because if you go out past 10 p.m., that's when Corona comes and gets you.
Well, it's gonna get you.
Oh, he said, that's what it is. Joe Dirt loves Def Leppard. That's nice. I'd have to watch the movie again because I don't remember anything about his musical
Millions
choices.
Of people also love Def Leppard.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It makes sense. I mean, it makes sense.
I love Def Leppard. I think they're fantastic.
What's some of their songs that I would know?
Like the number one stripper song of all time.
Girls? Legs. I don't know, man.
Is there a
What's
song
their
called
song?
Legs?
Pour
Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, that's Def Leppard.
pour
Oh,
some
okay,
sugar on
okay, yeah. It's definitely a stripper song.
Yeah. Legs, girls.
Oh, he
legs,
wore the
titties.
shirt in the movie too. Was it cut off too? That'd be awesome if it was cut off too. See, we're so.
Well, mine's not cut
out.
off. So if it were cut off, it
It'd
will
be
eventually be cut off.
Yeah, it has to be.
Next
eventually.
summer it'll be cut off.
Yeah,
I can,
even Paul said that's his favorite 80s band, no doubt.
If I had to go my favorite 80s band, I would probably say Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I'm a really big Motley Crue fan.
The Crew.
I also love Skid Row. I love Rat. I love Poison.
What's a Rat song? Because I'm trying to think of like ones that like
Oh, you know Rat.
I would know, but I don't know if I would know.
You know Rat. That's why I'm gonna.
Because I definitely knew the Def
it.
Leppard song. I knew.
Oh no! Don't do it, Jimmy!
Don't do it! Don't do it! Oh yeah, I forgot.
You
know what? I was thinking about that the other day. How we got kicked off playing like 5 seconds of a Mariah Carey song.
Yeah.
But we watched like the whole WAP video and got nothing.
That's so.
They did not care.
Weird.
But yeah, Mariah Carey.
That's because Mariah Carey is just so much better than.
Must be on top of her shit.
More important.
Yeah, her legal team's just on top of their shit. They ain't letting nobody use that shit.
I like to say she's just better. She's more important than that WAP bitch. You know. I just think Mariah Carey's on another level. So you can't fuck with her stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I would agree.
Anyways, round and round, round and round.
Oh,
Goes
yeah.
around.
I know
That's a
that
rap
song. I know
song.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
But,
Stephanie even said in the chat, round and round. Yeah.
So last week we were at Aunt Rhonda's, right? And I was leaving, and Jeopardy was on, and they had a whole category. Now I didn't put Jeopardy on. I guess Aunt Rhonda was watching it or somebody was watching
yeah.
it. There was a whole category, a whole Mariah Carey category.
Really?
And they were.
I'm avoiding that one.
They were playing that category when I saw it, and each time they would go Mariah Carey for 600, it went to a video of her asking. It was basically like Mariah Carey trivia. So she was like, "What song was this?" and blah blah blah. So then everybody would be like, "Boom, what is fucking Heartbreaker?" or something like that. Right. And then and then somebody, some lady got like, it was, the song's called "Vision of Love." So she rang in and she was like, "Portrait of Love." I mean, and then they were like, "I'm sorry, you already answered." She was like, "Vision of Love." Shit, So I was like, "Yeah, you fucked up, bitch." Anyways, yeah, dude, I was so mad because speaking of 80s bands, and Paul loves 80s hair metal, so he could tell you all about his favorite.
My faves.
But,
round and round.
But Motley, of course, COVID fucked everything up, but Motley Crue was going on a little comeback tour, and they had Joan Jett and the Blackhearts opening, Def fucking Leppard, Poison, and Motley Crue. All on that's like literally
all 80s, right?
My childhood.
Yeah.
All on tour together. And but it is rescheduled to happen next year. But so hopefully all that comes to be, and I get to go see all of my favorite
hopefully so
hair metal bands.
But I don't know. I was going to bring this up later, but I can bring it up now, I guess.
Uh-oh.
So you want to see them? Are you going to get it via Ticketmaster? Because if you do it via Ticketmaster, you haven't heard the recent news about Ticketmaster?
Apparently not.
All right, guys. Let's get into it. We're gonna get into it now. So Ticketmaster just released a little article saying how they're going to help in the battle against COVID.
Okay.
Because everybody uses like these war tones, like
that was a good
COVID.
Unplanned segue.
That's a perfect unplanned.
I had
segue,
no idea.
dude.
We didn't talk about this beforehand. I didn't know you had a Ticketmaster story.
Yeah, we got Ticketmaster story. So boom, how Ticketmaster plans to check your vaccine status for concerts. Do you feel comfortable with that?
As long as they're not shoving something up my nose, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, no. You have to. You're not going to be able to buy tickets from them unless you have proof that you have your vaccine or that you've been tested for COVID.
This isn't going to be sustainable.
Monday's news that the pharmaceutical company Pfizer's early results for the new COVID vaccine 19 showed a 90% efficiency rate on an initial clinical trial have given concert professionals hope that the business can start mounting a return in 2021. Oh, shit, here we go, 2021. Maybe we got some good news, right? As part of that preparation, Ticketmaster has been working on framework for post-pandemic fan safety that uses smartphones to verify fans' vaccination status or whether they've tested negative for the coronavirus within 24 to 72 hour window.
Can I stop you real quick?
Mm-hmm.
So when it said use your smartphone to get your vaccine status or whatever, are they implying that we're all going to have to be vaccinated or
to go to use Ticketmaster?
I'm not getting a fucking vaccine.
But you're not. They're not going to let you buy because so you have to get it from
either
where they say like their approved vaccination places are, so that the vaccination place can, or a place that tests you for it.
I'll bet you $1,000 right now, and it's on video. Mm-hmm. That will not last.
I wonder what kind of business dealings they have.
Way too many people are going to just like not everybody gets a fucking flu shot.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing COVID to flu or whatever. I'm just saying.
But they're similar.
Not everyone gets.
They're very similar. Though.
I think the last time I got a flu shot was when I was a child and I didn't have a choice. My mom made me do it.
Right.
I've never gotten a flu shot in my adult life. So it's like with this COVID thing, it's like, okay, I think maybe to them it sounds good on paper, but I think that's too unrealistic. I think if they want to require you to wear a mask to a large music event or something, or if they want you to maybe just provide proof that you've gotten tested and your results are negative, and you have to upload something at like when you get to like the checkout point or something like that, or just have something on your phone where when you go to the event to scan your tickets, they have to scan or they have to look at your. I don't know how to say it, but I know you can't make people get a fucking vaccine. It's just not going to happen.
Here's what. Well, in order to buy from Ticketmaster, that's the problem.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's going to last. I think they're going to try. Maybe they might try that, but I think that's not going to be something that they're going to stick with.
And Paul added an interesting tidbit that goes into all of this wild craziness that's going on with the COVID stuff. He said, I posted an article about Elon Musk today, and I actually read about that article as well. I didn't put them together, though, but this totally fits in with everything that we're talking about.
I saw a video about something like the truth about him and his dad or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Is that like did you read it?
It's a YouTube channel I follow called Grunge. And they do all these like interesting facts on different things. And they just posted a video that said what we now know about Elon Musk and his father or something like that. But anyways, what were you saying about the article?
So he was saying that Elon Musk, and I read about this too. Elon Musk tested 4 times in one day. 2 were positive, 2 were negative. Obviously, the testing is flawed, and Elon actually did a tweet about that too. And Elon's already been questioning everything about.
Dude, he probably has the answers to everything.
But he's just saying, hey guys, I tested 4 times, 2 negative, 2 positive. What does that mean? I bet you know what's funny? I bet you that they probably went on and counted the 2 positive tests and put them into the pool. Oh, no, you tested positive twice, even though you tested negative in the same day. But how many people now, like, if the testing's that flawed, what's happening now? How do we even know?
If that guy were to open up a church and start his own like religion, I'd be the first person.
Be right in, right?
I'd be the first person to sign up.
That's crazy.
Either he or Gene Simmons.
So many details of the plan, which is in develop, going back to Ticketmaster, we'll rely on 3 separate components. The Ticketmaster digital ticket app, third-party health information companies like Clear Health Pass. Ooh, so they're teaming up with another company so that they can all make a little bit of money off of the deal. Works out pretty well for everybody else, huh? Clear the Health Pass or IBM's digital health pass and testing and vaccine distribution providers like LabCorp and CVS Minute Clinic. Here's how it would work if it's approved. After purchasing a ticket for a concert.
It won't be approved.
You say that, Jimmy, but like, what if they stick to their guns and you can't go to a concert, or are you just going to stick to the small ones?
They can stick to their guns, but I don't think it's going to be allowed by whoever else is in charge of this stuff or whoever. Either I'm telling you this now, I'm betting you $50 that it won't be
up
approved.
Up in the ante, baby. Up in the ante.
I'm betting you $50 that it won't be approved. I'm betting you $1,000 that if it is approved, it's not going to last.
Right.
But sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. It all just scares me, man, because everybody's kind of like just succumbing into the, okay, we can't have 10 people at Thanksgiving. Okay, yeah, government.
We urge you
say
to keep
we can't have Thanksgiving together. I'm not going to see my family. Oh, you mean I need to Zoom to see my okay.
Yeah, let's have a Zoom Thanksgiving.
We're going to have a Zoom Thanksgiving.
Grandma's on fucking video. She doesn't even know how the fucking thing works. She's all glitching out. The screen goes black. Grandma, press the button. Not that button.
It's 2020, Grandma.
Shit,
Come on.
She's choking. She's choking. Somebody get... Fuck, nobody's there to help her.
And Prime Media said, it's dumb. I feel it's an incentive to push people to get the vaccine. Exactly. This disease has an immensely high cure rate for people under 50. It's insane, and it's not like it's killing more than half who get it. That's a big thing about it, too. It's not killing all the people they said it was going to kill. Like, yeah, there is a spike, and a lot of people are getting infections, but the death rate hasn't went up. Not saying that we want people to die. Where's the proof? How come they ain't dead? Like, we don't want anybody to die. But it does sound like everything's like we're going to shut everything down and not see our family on Thanksgiving because the government's telling us whenever we go outside and the sun's out and it's a beautiful day and yet when you look at your phone, it's the worst. Everything's horrible.
I keep getting
I'm going to die soon.
Notifications.
I turned that off.
How do you turn it off?
I don't know. They gave me the option and I turned it off because I saw it and I was like, man, get that out of my face.
Yeah,
I'm gonna live on the wild side and just take my risks. Take my risks.
I'm an idiot.
Does it say it right there?
Exposure notifications. It says off. They're not off. I get them.
They still hit you up with them?
Okay, ability alerts, receipt, no, boom. All right, now that's off. Okay. So maybe that's what it was. I thought it was turned off. It said it's turned off. But there's another one. They got a two-step turn-off process.
Two-step turn-off
You know,
process.
yesterday, this is slightly off topic, but I was just messing around with my phone. Yesterday, I got out of my car to go into a store. Phone was fine. Got back in my car. I had no bars. Like nothing was that. And I was like, okay, every once in a while it'll kind of blank out and it comes back. Yeah. Nothing at all. So I went into my settings and I went under where it says like cellular, and I clicked on it and it said add plan.
Mm-hmm.
It said add plan. Like I didn't even have a fucking cell phone plan. So I was like, I've never seen that before. So I go to my, when I got home and I connected to my Wi-Fi, I went to my AT&T like app.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was fine. My service was on. Everything's good. But my phone, nothing was working. Like it said I didn't even have a plan. So I called them. Weird. The lady was trying to work through some shit, but I was like, wait, these things have SIM cards, right? She's like, yeah. So I was like, all right. Hypothetically, if I took the SIM card out, would it act this way? Would it say I didn't have a plan? She was like, yeah, actually it would. So I was like, well, I haven't fucked with my SIM card at all. So let me try to take it out and put it back in and see what happens. Because I've restarted my phone. I did all that, and nothing worked. So I took the SIM card out, put it back in. Everything was fine. So it was just a little side story that, like my phone was fucking being stupid yesterday, and I thought I didn't have a phone anymore. But anyways, now that riveting fucking story is over with.
What happened with it? What did it turn out being?
I should have Aunt Rhonda your ass because I literally said it.
What did you say?
My SIM card.
So it was your SIM card.
Yeah.
You just said you said it was your SIM card, but then
I took it out and put it back in, and it.
Everything was fixed. God, that's so horrible.
Stupid.
I was waiting for something way better than that.
That's what I said. I said my riveting fucking story is over with.
Ending, and that was it.
I thought
that was just a part of it.
I said it was riveting. It was an amazing fucking story.
Hey man, it works.
I don't know if it does.
Paul said that cigarettes kill more people a year than COVID. Why haven't they banned them?
Yeah.
Not hating on smokers. That's just legal? A little meme that I saw earlier. No,
that's true though.
Don't people die from alcohol driving related deaths?
That is
more
common
often?
knowledge, and cigarettes are still legal as fuck.
I think more people die of obesity as well. Well, how come we're not getting rid of McDonald's? Because it takes longer. Probably because it takes longer.
I'll say I think it's more reasonable, plausible, practical to ban cigarettes than it would be banned all fast food.
It would be,
but because here's the thing: about cigarettes are directly linked to, cancer and other
like straight
terrible effects on the body.
Doubt, like there's no question about
refutable. It's that is what it is, but they're still legal. Why? Because it makes it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it makes it just that's what it is, and. So no, we're not gonna get rid of that. People are dying.
Weird. It's weird because COVID is a multi-billion-dollar industry for certain companies. Mm-hmm. There are certain companies when COVID happened that were already big. Mom and pop shops, like the real stuff that keeps America alive, like the mom and pop shops. Those obviously are getting closed down.
Sure.
But the big giant multinational companies. Mm-hmm. Who provide large services for people, just like Uber Eats or Uber and those types of things.
Like when you want to
Amazon, like the dude in it, the owner of Amazon, whatever his name is, Bezos.
They lucked out big time.
He made how many billions of dollars in like a day? Like all the COVID stuff has helped out a lot of really, really, really big places, big companies.
I'll tell you this:
big corporations.
The little DIY people sitting at home going "fuck this," and they started making like their own like masks and selling them on like their Etsy shop and stuff like that. Oh my God, they cleaned up. That's a genius idea.
Yep.
Like
totally.
When this first started and you had to wear a mask and you couldn't find masks anywhere and they're all sold out online and stuff like that. You go to somewhere like Joann, like Fabrics some kind of fabric store, and you just buy your own shit.
Hobby Lobby's got that?
I think so.
Same thing, yeah.
You just buy shit. You make a mask. You make a bunch of masks. Open up a fucking Etsy store. It takes 5 minutes. And you just start taking pictures of all the different masks. You can charge $10, $15, $20 for masks. And have bundle kits. Do whatever.
And you're going to go.
And people are buying them up like that.
People are going crazy with them, especially with their little special designs. I've been thinking about making a boy cat mask.
That would be cool.
Oh, there we go. Paul said that Pfizer who was the company who's working on these things, has said they've already made $1.9 billion off of COVID. That's how much the U.S. paid them to make a vaccine.
Well, make a damn vaccine, and so we can get past this shit. I'm not saying I'm going to take it, but I'm just saying if that's what it takes, which obviously
put it into the herd and then let
it go.
Let's
just
Let's
go.
Get it over with. Rock and roll.
I'm not
they
getting
say.
a vaccine. Why would I get a vaccine? Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, and it's not like I'm all like, oh, I'm not. Why get one? I don't need one. Sorry,
right. Yeah.
like I don't feel I need one. You know what I mean? It's just like flu shots. I don't feel I need one.
Exactly.
I know people that get flu shots every fucking year. It's like, all right, cool. What the fuck are they putting in you?
That's so crazy that going back to like the Ticketmaster thing when it comes to all this, and it's making everything a little more complicated for everybody. Like the length of the coverage of the test would be governed by regional health authorities. So now you're like, in order for you to go to a concert, if attendees, so you want to go to a concert on a Friday night, you want to go to a Friday night concert, you had to be tested within 48 hours in advance. Most could start the testing process the day before the event if it was a 24-hour window. Most people would likely have to be tested the same day of the event at a lab or a health clinic.
That's going to be a lot of money for
That's going to be a lot of money for a lot of people.
Also, too, what about the other big one? What about Live Nation? They
haven't said anything.
Are they
yet.
going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like Ticketmaster is the only company
They have
that
a monopoly
provides
on
tickets.
Right.
Like most of the concerts I go to are all Live Nation.
They're
Now I know Ticketmaster and Live Nation. I think before they partnered up, I think maybe they've done. I can't remember
Does
all the
Ticketmaster
details.
own Live Nation?
No. But but when you go to like sporting events and stuff like that, I don't know. I think maybe Ticketmaster, or they got so many different ticket companies like Ticketfly, and
there's a bunch of them.
So it's not like Ticketmaster's the only one.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's per event. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't like if Ticketmaster. So it's like if you're buying your tickets and it's through Ticketmaster. For that same show, are there other tickets as well from different companies, or is it like one ticket company per show? I don't know.
Right.
If it's like, oh, this is only Ticketmaster, you can't get Ticketfly, you can't do this, you can't get, like, what?
Live Nation owns Ticketmaster.
Live Nation owns Ticketmaster.
There we go. I had not a clue.
I didn't know that either.
I had not a clue.
I figured Live Nation was
When did Live Nation acquire? Yeah, Live Nation acquired Ticketmaster in 2009.
Oh, wow. We're way behind.
Well, well then. Maybe they're just trying it out with Ticketmaster first, and then they're going to bring it on to their larger. If it's successful, they'll take it on to the larger deal. Wow, that's whew. The plot thickens, huh? We were just talking about these big old giant companies owning everything. Mm-hmm. Weird how they kind of own everything, huh?
Yeah,
very weird.
I don't think it's going to work though.
I hope it's not. I'm rooting against it, Jimmy. I'm rooting against it, but I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. I really don't know what to believe
anymore.
If
things shut back down, it's like, okay, well, I'm still going to be doing the same shit I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not going to stop. No, I can't
stop in the spring. So
what I'm going to get kicked out if I can't pay my bills. What do you want me to do? You know, at a certain point, you got to do what you got to do. You can't just sit around and
Because like we were talking about like wrestling training and stuff like that, and it's like if gyms close, that's probably going to close. And if you try to run against it, it's like you can get in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? Like if they tell you to shut your shit down and you're like, you know what, fuck it, don't tell anybody, come on.
Exactly.
And it's like you get caught or something like that, then it's like, well, fuck, then I don't know what the ramifications
hell
are.
yeah, good word.
I got it. But if you were to do something like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing my thing.
Yep, that's all you can do. Craig Weber said, "Can they just put a temperature thermometer to your head to go when you go to see concerts?" I think that's been what they've been doing now.
Yeah, like I went to a stand-up comedy show last weekend to see one of my friends perform, and as soon as I walked in, they put the little thing up to my head, And I was fine, obviously. And
that's an easy one.
I went in, and that was what it was. That's only the second time I've ever been anywhere where they check my temperature.
Exactly.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, I know it's weird though, because like, even they're talking about like these large gatherings and stuff, but you still go to a Target and it's like people all over the fucking place.
Yep.
It's like, and you go into like Walmart, you have somebody at the front counting, but maybe I've just never been in when it was at its full capacity, but I've never seen them stop anybody. I've never seen, like, I went to a Whole Foods one time and you had to wait for people to walk out and go back in. Like, and I went to Trader Joe's a couple weeks ago, and they did the same thing. Like, there were only a certain amount of people were allowed in, so there was a line, and one person would come out, one would go in, and they were offering hand sanitizer at the front door, stuff like that.
I almost had a problem with a guy. I was looking for those dumbbells for the shred shed, and I walked in, and a guy was like, Sir, here's some hand sanitizer. And I was like, I don't want hand sanitizer. I got fucking sanitizer in my fucking car. Were you walking up? What are you going to do? You would take, give me your hands. No, fuck, don't. But instead of being who I am and trying to just being annoyed by it, I was like, yeah, here. Thanks. Do you see me cleaning my hands? Like,
you should have put it on and be like,
it's so annoying. Like, this dude ran all the way across the store. And I'm like, I'm just looking. I'm not going to touch anything.
I would have ran from him.
I know.
See how long he chased me.
God.
He's just chasing you.
Right.
Sir.
But you're just doing circles inside. But you're acting like they're Jason. Yeah. Help me. Help. It's Friday the 13th. They're coming after me.
Meanwhile, there's like 16 other people walking in like,
Exactly.
I really could use some hand sanitizer right now.
Oh, yeah. I haven't cleaned my hands in a while, and they're just busy. Somebody who want the drama.
Yeah.
Like, you fell right into my trap.
I wonder what he would have done if you were to turn around and look and then just started running from him. I wonder if he would have went after you.
I wonder.
Where was that at?
That Play It Again Sports. There's like 4 of them here, but it was.
I want to go there. I want to go there and see if he does it.
And because then the next day I went to the other Play It. I went to one and they didn't have what I was looking for, so I went to the other and they did. So I went there and bought it, but that one they didn't say anything about no hand sanitizer. It was just I think it was that guy who was working there who had the weird, he was probably hypochondriac.
That's his gig, man. That's his shit.
That's his shit.
Well, it's just like I was talking last night, and I was saying that I'm hoping that as far as like what comes out of this, like when certain things aren't mandatory anymore, like for example wearing a mask to enter some business,
any business, right?
When it's not mandatory anymore, you're still going to have people that want to wear a mask.
Yeah,
maybe maybe they're sick or they don't want to get sick. They don't trust people or whatever it is. Just like people over in Japan, like they've been doing it forever. And
they don't want to take a chance.
Not just Japan. There's a bunch of countries that they wear the mask when they get on subways, when they get on airplanes or whatever it is. They wear a mask because they want to protect themselves. Now
it makes more sense going to do that in a subway or a plane.
Yeah, and
definitely.
It's like how you go into a lot of places now and you'll see like the little, they got hand sanitizer, little stands everywhere.
Yep.
Like as soon as you walk in the door, by the bathroom, stuff like that. But it's like, all right, well, that should always be. Let's just do that from now on. Right. Give people the option to, boom, hand sanitizer. There we go. Make that a normal thing. Mm-hmm. Put it in key places that you think it needs to be.
Yep.
Maybe you walk into the vestibule of like a restaurant. You go through the door and there's hand sanitizer right there. You're about to eat. Maybe, but they start they put salt, pepper, napkins and stuff on tables. Maybe going forward, they put these little hand sanitizer bottles on the table.
Right.
At every table.
Just these little things, right.
Just little things where it's like, okay, if you want to wear a mask, we encourage you to wear one. If you want to, blah, 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 go to a large event, whatever, wear a mask. At all these places, have more hand sanitizing stations. Have more signs in the bathrooms that encourage people to wash their hands. Right. Stuff like that. It's like, if you're sick, stay the fuck home. I think jobs, because you know how it used to be. Mm-hmm. Even if you were sick, your bosses were still like, well, get the fuck to work.
Well, make sure you get here.
Yeah, get the fuck to work. Oh, you're coughing? Okay, come to work. And it's like, but I think now, post-COVID, once we get there, I feel like companies need to have policies and stuff in place that, you know what, hey, I'm sick. And I know companies give you sick days, but a lot of companies it's like a pain in the ass to even use those sick days.
Yeah, because they give you so much crap for it.
Yep. You have to do this, you have to do that. You have to be out X amount of time to get sick. And it's like, time out.
Right.
Now we're post-COVID. Once we get there, once we are post-COVID, I think it should be a thing where it's like policies need to be updated where it's like, hey, you're sick? Okay. No. You're sick. You got your 10 sick days. You don't have to do anything crazy to get them. You just apply it. You put it in sick time. But, hey, buddy, I hope you're really sick because you only get 10 in 1 year.
Right.
So it's like you're not going to have
They're
COVID
legit.
that many times in 1 year.
Exactly.
So it's like,
or the flu,
if you just don't feel like coming to
or
work,
Ebola,
you're lazy,
or H1N1,
and you want to make an excuse and say you're sick, and it's post-COVID, so you know we're going to let you use your sick days, but you just want to make an excuse you want to play video games all day, or you want to go out, you want to take a little mini vacation.
Yeah. Use
your sick days, but once they're gone for that year, they're gone.
You have to be smart with them.
You have to be smart with them, but I think if you are genuinely sick, if you have the cold or whatever it is, use your sick time. Companies shouldn't give you shit for it, and because we are going to be post-COVID at some point, and whether you believe in it or not, it's like at least raise the standards, raise the hygiene standards, stuff like that. But people, as many people that are monkeys, people aren't monkeys, and you can't just make them do shit. Like, you have to give them the choice, and if they choose not to wear a mask, they choose not to put on hand sanitizer, and they get themselves sick, it's like, but then the argument comes like, well, no, but they're going to get somebody else sick. Well, it's been that way since the start of time.
Yeah, everybody, you're right.
It's always been that way. You can't control that.
Right.
If I'm sick and I say fuck it and I go to Target and I'm standing behind some old lady and I start coughing all over her and she gets sick and dies, it's like that's always
that
been
happens
a
all the
risk.
time, right? And
That's
you've never
always been
did
a
that on
risk.
purpose, so nobody's ever wanted to do that. But sometimes you have to get food, and you don't have Uber Eats or whatever the grocery Amazon Fresh or whatever the ones that bring you food.
People argue that like, wait, no, it's so you don't get sick. It's like, bitch, you've
Nobody
always
wants
gotten
to
people sick.
Yeah, everybody's gotten everybody sick.
When you hang out with your friend and they got a cold, and 2 days later you got a cold, boom, he got you sick.
And that, like all those viruses that are passed between children.
Yeah.
They come home with runny noses all the
they're
time.
fucking playing with each other's shit. You know what I mean? They got pink eye. It's
exactly.
like, shit happens.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
And Laura said in the chat, she said, I have only one job of 3 because of COVID and no concerts in Massachusetts anytime soon. I just want my job back. I have an outside 20,000 seat venue. I don't feel safe going back yet at all. Doing security, I would be in the mix. No, thank you.
And some people don't feel safe with it. But hey,
Yeah, but if you don't feel safe, that's fine. Go home.
you know,
Let the others
if I
take
had
their
that-
risks.
If I had that gig, I'd put a mask on, put some gloves on, and say fuck it.
And just have you a little bit of hand
at
sanitizer on
some
you, ready to
point,
go.
It's like, fuck, dude, enough's enough, man. We got to get past
You gotta
this
live.
shit. We got to get past
At a certain
We
point, do
can't
you
be
want to
shut down
live?
forever.
Do you want to live like this, or do you want to get back to somewhat kind of normalcy? Because I feel like at a certain point, this is going to go on and on and on and on, and then everybody's going to agree to the new normal, and it's going to be like, well, only a certain amount of people here and a certain amount of people there because we have to make sure that we're all like not overcrowding areas and that type of stuff.
That is sustainable because that's the economy that you're fucking with. I mean, just the live entertainment industry alone is it's like $822 billion fucking industry.
Yeah.
And you can't just limit events forever. You could limit events for the time being so we can get, flatten the curve or whatever you want to say.
There ain't no curve flattening right now. It's spiking, baby.
But, at some point, these 55,000 seat fucking stadiums are going to have to be full.
Yeah,
These
exactly.
20,000 seat arenas, they got to be full.
Something's got to, right. There's a purpose for a 20,000 seat arena, and it's not just to sit there empty.
The economy too, like when the Super Bowl comes to town, or like when WrestleMania comes to town, that spikes the fucking local economy through the roof.
Yeah.
Because you got 70, 80, 90,000 people all flooding into one city to see the fucking Super Bowl or something, and they're eating at restaurants, they're going to bars, they're staying in fucking hotels, they're fucking everything. They're going to gift shops, they're buying souvenirs, they're doing all this shit. When a major event comes to town, or when a major band comes to town, and they sell out a 25,000 seat fucking arena, that's 25,000 people that probably don't live in that exact city.
Exactly.
They probably came from around.
They're coming from around.
The counties or other states, and they're coming into that city. So now you got 25,000 people crammed into one fucking building. You don't think those people are going to stay in a hotel that night? Or they're going to go out to eat, or they're going to go drinking, or they're going to... Come on, dude.
Well, that's what's crazy about like WrestleMania, because WrestleMania, I mean, the Super Bowl brings
all
in
over the world that come for that.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying, because there's people from for the Super Bowl. It's not really. I guess people from other countries get into it, but like wrestling, we know for a fact that there's a lot of people coming from all over the world, and they're going to bring their dollars in to whoever the town is that's got it. You know, so that's a huge investment for a city.
It's just like Slipknot and Metallica were going to do a limited,
which is a huge
co-headlining tour. And I think New Zealand and Australia.
What year was that? When were they going to do that? This year?
This year.
No.
Last year.
And it was taken from us.
Last year. No, not because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
No, this was pre-COVID.
I was going to go kick COVID's ass for that one, man.
It was going to be the only time you would ever see Slipknot underneath another band. And people were all up in arms about it, like, how is Slipknot not, because and I get it, like, you have Metallica, but then you have Slipknot. Yeah. And in some ways it's like, some people could argue, but it's like they wanted to be.
But if you want to tour together, but if you want to tour together, what are they going to do? Are they going to alternate it? Because Rob Zombie and Korn did that. They alternated nights where they would
Manson
take
did
turns.
That too with Rob Zombie.
That might be a Zombie thing. He might just be like, "Hey, man, let's
alternate nights." Yep.
Yeah,
they would alternate nights. Now,
I would love to see Manson live. I've never seen Manson live.
Yeah. Now Slipknot was open. It was just two bands, right? It was just Slipknot and Metallica, but they were going to play their full sets. Slipknot was going to be up there for an hour and 45 minutes. Metallica was going to be up there for 2.5 hours or something like that, but it was all soccer stadiums, because how those soccer stadiums are over there. They're huge.
Yeah, huge.
And they were selling out. And that's like 60, 70,000 people.
Right.
That was one of the biggest fucking shows you were ever going to see. You had people from the U.S. buying tickets to go to fucking Australia or to go to fucking New Zealand, because that was the only time you were ever going to see this. That was a big, big show.
That's huge.
If I had the money for the tickets and the fucking travel and all that stuff, I would have done that.
Right.
But COVID did not fuck that up. Guess who fucked that up? It was one person.
One person?
One person fucked it up.
Lars.
Same band, but
damn it, James.
James Hetfield checked into rehab like a month before they were supposed to start that.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't like a Lars drama.
I would have been like, motherfucker, you better keep using whatever the fuck you're using
until we get to the store. And you do know how much, man. That's a huge tour.
And millions of dollars.
Yeah,
not only for their local
for the people who work for them, the bands, but the crew. Right, man. There's a lot of work for other people.
Yeah. So
Paul said, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Metallica the king of live shows?
I don't think there's any way to prove anything like that. I mean,
that's a hard.
People have said the same thing about Slipknot. They put on some of the best live shows ever.
Well, Rick loves Muse, and Rick says that Muse has the less. He says that they put on the best live shows.
I think it's all subjective at that point.
I think it is.
How can you?
It really is. It really is.
They all use lighting and fireworks and all kinds of LED screens and moving parts and all. Fucking somebody.
Because I love Modest Mouse, but all they do is just play.
Yeah.
That's all they do is play. There's not like anything fancy or anything like that. Maybe a little bit of lighting and stuff, but all they do is play. But that's all I need. Because every time they're a jam band though. Like their songs change. Like the song that you're hearing now, like sure you're familiar with it, but you're not, because they play it completely different that night. Right. It's a live show. Like it's a live thing, But
I've always been all about like the pageantry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love all the pyro.
I see Paul said Metallica had like a 1 million person concert though. Did they do that?
He might be referring to in the 1992 Moscow show that Pantera opened up for Metallica, and there was over 1 million people out in the crowd. Yeah, it was huge. You've seen videos of it. It's iconic. But that was also Moscow. That was back in 1992. Look up 1992 Metallica Moscow.
Here, I'm gonna put it on for everybody though, so they can see what we're talking about as well. Because
it's a big ass crowd, but I still don't think that I don't think there's any way for you to quantify. Maybe not quantify is the right word. There's no way for you to say
that's just a lot of people.
Live show.
Yeah,
you can't. I mean, how are you going to prove that?
It could suck. There could be a lot of people there, and it could just suck.
Slipknot's played in front of a couple 100,000 people. And I'm just saying Slipknot because we were just talking about that.
We were on topic.
But so I think it's hard to I think you can have your opinion for sure. Obviously, you can have your opinion on what you think that the best show is. But
it's a good bit of people there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, dude. I mean, like, I just think that live entertainment.
If I was James, I would have that on my.
Goodness,
that would be my.
That's
you
over a million people, and it's funny because you look out and you see all the old school like Moscow like
the
army
art and
people.
yeah.
So and
what year was that?
The choppers up there. I swear.
Do you remember what year that was?
1992.
Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
See if it says 91. Yep.
91,
Yep.
okay,
Wow.
91.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
So
I didn't know the Russians liked Metallica.
Pantera opened that show. They were playing.
Pantera played that show?
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's
Yeah.
Dimebag.
Pantera was on. Yeah.
I just clicked over and then now we got Dimebag. Oh, well, let's give it a sec. Oh, no, it's a video. Oops. Well, at least it's on YouTube. Since it's on YouTube, I think we're pretty okay if it's on YouTube. We weren't okay when he played it from his phone, though. Yep, 99. Yeah, Enter Sandman, 91 Metallica. Let's just get some shots. Look at that. Oh, yeah, you do. You see? Oh, there's some of the soldiers with the just jamming, too.
That is just, I can't handle that.
That's crazy. That's a lot. Look at those. Look at them. And that's a lively crowd too, dude. They're into it. They are fucking into it, man.
Hey, you think they were worried about getting sick?
But you know what? A lot of them probably did get sick.
But that's just a part of life.
That's part of the game, man.
That happens.
That's what people love. People love that shit. Look at that, though. That's crazy. I never seen a million people like that. I always thought 100,000 was crazy, but then 10 100,000s?
You can't see the back.
10 100,000s? That don't make any sense in my head.
You can't see the back. You can't see it. It's just, and it was very dusty too because it was in a big field.
Yeah.
So it's very dusty. All that shit out there. It's not because it's poor quality. It's like it's
just dust. Yeah.
A
You see
shitload
that
of
spans
dust.
all the way out there. You see the green a little bit. That's crazy. And you see the Russian military.
They love it, man.
Some of the Russian military guys are there.
Having a good time out
That's
there.
awesome.
Watching Metallica.
Hey, you can't
No,
beat
dude,
that.
they're one of my favorite bands of all time, and that's why I don't think you could hold a concert that like over here in the U.S.
don't think so,
for
man.
Slipknot and fucking Metallica. It would have to be all football stadiums.
Because didn't they
There's no
try
way.
that with like the Woodstock, and the Woodstocks failed miserably
I think they
because
tried
like
to bring it back.
because it was just too many people and like it just didn't work.
I know that after the whole Limp Bizkit debacle,
What happened with Limp Bizkit?
yeah, they started rioting or something, or they started burning something down, or something
Yeah,
on fire.
yeah,
It was some kind of crazy shit.
yeah. Something happened with Limp Bizkit, but I remember like Fred Durst like crowd surfing in the crowd. Like they put a big old wooden plank out, and he was like standing on the wooden plank, and they were crowd surfing, and he was like actually
Yeah, I
surfing.
think- yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool.
I saw Mushroom Head one
Spot.
time at a festival, and one of the guys took a blow up pool float. It was like what was it? Like a big whale. It
A
was
whale
it was
float?
like
Yeah.
you get
That
like a
people
swimming
jump
pool.
on. Yeah, but they
People
like
get to
ride.
sit in, and you can sit in a pool.
Right,
You know,
right.
in a big whale blow up thing, and he got one of those and got in it and started crowd surfing in that while he was playing fucking guitar. And he was crowd surfing in a fucking blow up whale.
And he was
thing.
rolling,
And I was
just
like,
rolling,
that's pretty
man.
Cool. I like
That's pretty
that.
fucking.
I
That
like
is really cool.
Until some
That's so
asshole
unique.
takes
That's
a
its own
pocket
thing.
knife and fucking deflates the
Of
fucking
course,
thing.
and there's got to
You
be
know
one
what I
out
mean?
there, you know.
I don't think anybody did it at that show, but I could see.
But that's
that
what you're
happening.
getting at concerts anyway, because you're at a concert. You never know what the hell's going to go happen at a concert. You know, good or bad or indifferent. There's always some shit going on.
But I love live shows. I think obviously you and I both love live entertainment. We love live gigs and
Yeah.
shows and going to them and doing them ourselves and things like that. It's like, you know, there's even a lot of bands are struggling. I mean, you got bands that are very well off and they're doing good and taking a year off is okay.
Right.
But you know,
But Devil Driver, like they're alive. They're alive.
They're a working band.
Right.
They're
a
much
working,
a working
band.
band, and they rely on, you know. Granted, they got their merch and they got then Devil Driver is a type of band that they are self-sustainable because Dez is such a good businessman.
Yeah.
He knows how to improvise and make money other ways to fund and supplement his income, but also the band's income.
Exactly, for everybody.
Until you can get back on your feet. And that's why like a lot of bands are doing the buy a ticket for like a live stream, stuff like that. So and they go to like a remote location and they do a live concert, $15. And the cool thing about that's uncapped.
Right.
So
that's
all
cool.
over the world, you theoretically could have a couple million people buying a $15 ticket to see your live show.
Which helps the working bands because Lord knows they need it. It's not like they're making money off their albums or Spotify or anything like apparently they make even less money off of Spotify than they ever did. Right.
I heard that they were
Yeah.
And that seems like a fucking crime.
It's so bad.
How
man.
you have billions of people who use Spotify.
Yeah.
There's billions of plays. You have some artists who have billions of plays on some of their songs, but on a more I guess leveled basis. There's so many, like there's bands with millions of fucking followers. There's bands with millions of fucking plays on some of their songs, hundreds of millions of fucking plays on their songs. That and those bands that have hundreds of we'll just because we were talking about it, we'll use Slipknot again. All their songs, their top song. You go over to Spotify and it has all their top songs. Yeah. Has hundreds of fucking millions of fucking plays. Now they're making money from that. Right. Now who's getting it? I don't know.
Right.
But you're making money from because it's even if it's a half of a cent. You got 100 million fucking plays. 100 million, half of a cent has to equate to something.
It's got to equate to something.
But when you have a band who's only getting a few thousand hits,
right?
Think about that.
It matters so much more.
Think about how they used to issue like gold records or platinum fucking records. Now platinum means a million,
right?
Right. You've sold 1 million copies of this record.
How much is gold?
Platinum now 500,000.
That's a good bit too.
But think about that. That's 500,000 people that bought your fucking record, right? Now you transition to the newer times now, right? Everything's streamed. You pay $9.99 a month for Spotify. You can listen to whatever the fuck you want. Sure, and you got some artists that still hold out and they're not on Spotify.
Right.
Somebody like Garth Brooks, he's still not on any kind of streaming. You can't even buy his album on iTunes. The only
Has
way
he
to get
explained
a Garth
why?
Brooks album, because he's old school.
Because I don't know if he's old school or if he understands that his worth doesn't match into what they're trying to give him.
I'm going to say yes to both of those. I think that he does have a very old school mentality because he is from the early 90s. And I also think that he knows his worth. He's a business-man. He knows, hey, fuck you. The only way for you to get my album,
you're going to bring my people to your Spotify. Right.
Order it online and order the physical copy. You can't go to fucking like iTunes and buy it.
Right.
You have to order it online or go to a store and buy it. Yep. Whatever store is still selling CDs.
Probably Walmart, right?
Now, here's the thing. Yeah.
Walmart and him probably have a great relationship. Right, and Target
course,
too.
Yeah. I need my Garth Brooks, damn it.
Ah, God, man.
I'm going to go pick up some potato bread too while I'm at it.
Exactly.
But going back to my point though, you say 500,000 records sold. Now you're gold. You're certified by the RAA or whatever it is, gold, right? So now you transition over to streaming, right? So you got, say your band gets 1 million plays on a song. Your band puts out a song, it skyrockets, boom, and it's like, oh my god, they got 1 million plays on fucking Spotify. You're gonna make a little bit of money off that, a little bit, but you're gonna make some money.
But you're gonna make some money, right?
But now let's dial that back. Actually, let's go. You get 50,000 plays on one song. 50,000 plays. That means someone spun that song 50,000 times. Not someone, but it was played 50,000 times. And you're maybe going to make a couple dollars off that. That's 50,000 times someone listened to your song.
Right.
Now they didn't buy it per se, but like I pay $9.99 a month for my Spotify. I don't know where that money goes.
Right.
But the fact that like artists are not paid what I think they should be paid, or at least a much higher percentage off of each hit, each play, I think is a fucking crime. It doesn't make any sense to me because that money is going somewhere.
It's going to a record label,
and it's not going to the artist.
Right.
Which is a fucking crime. Yep. I don't understand how that works.
Yep. I remember seeing a quick interview with LaJon Weatherspoon, the lead singer of Seven Dust. He was talking to Chris Jericho, and him and Chris Jericho were talking about like when they first got signed to their big time concert, like their big time label.
deal.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, man, it was so awesome. They were taking us all over the place. They were doing this and they were doing that, and then we finally got our good first big paycheck, and I looked at it, and there were all these deductions. And I was like, wait a minute, we got to pay for... I thought they were paying for all this. We got to pay for all this shit?
Everything.
Like, what? Well, how do... Like, what, you're taking...
They have enough money.
You don't have enough money?
It's like,
and it was just like a big wait. They woke up really fast. So it was like, wait a minute. Oh, no, we got to... Nope, not doing that, not doing that, not doing that. Bullshit.
Pay for the bus.
Yeah, you got to pay for it, not the company who's making money off of you.
You're a rock star now. You want a rider in every dressing room? Got to pay for that.
Pay for all that, yep.
Oh, you need a runner to go out and get you stuff? You got to pay for that.
Yep.
Oh, you want a bunch of lights? Guess what, buddy? You got to pay for that.
Got to pay for that.
Oh, you want pyro because you're a rock star.
Yep.
You got to pay for that.
Got to pay for that.
You got to pay for the road crew. You got to pay for the trucks. You got to pay for literally. And I'm like, why? You're not making any money.
You're not making anything. You know,
I don't
you can barely get people through the door at a certain. Like wow,
it blows my. And
not everybody's Mariah Carey. Like
on top of that, nobody is Mariah Carey.
Well,
except
that's
for Mariah
true.
Carey.
That's true.
But to add icing on the fucking cake, right? Say you get signed to a big label, and oh my god, I just got signed to. Oh my god, we're fucking famous now. We're gonna be rich. Say they sign you to a $500,000 deal, and that's for let's say that's for 3 records. So you get $500,000. The record label gives you $500,000. You're in a contract for 3 records. You have to provide them 3 records unless they say, fuck you, you're not selling enough, and they fire you, but now you're unrecouped. You are unrecouped for that money. You owe that money to them. They don't just give you, that's the point I'm getting at. They don't just give you $500,000 and now you've won the fucking lottery.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
You have
to earn that money back
to the record label.
Yeah.
So not only are you having to pay for everything you have to fucking do, it is deducted out of your check.
Yep.
You have to also pay them back all that money that they gave you.
You got to be selling. Yep.
They're making buku's amount of money off these fucking artists, and it blows my fucking mind that that's even legal, that is allowed. If I have to pay you back $500,000, why the fuck aren't you guys covering my tour expenses?
Well, the artists don't have a platform. They're providing the platform. So there you go. It's like why everybody wants to go to the WWE because they have the largest platform.
They got a platform.
Everybody wants to go to their platform.
And that's why you have a lot of people that either want to stay on the fucking independent circuit. Bands too. A lot of bands don't want to get signed. Fuck
Not
that.
anymore,
We're going
man.
to do it ourselves.
People are getting turned off by
with social media and streaming and everything, being able to do it yourself now. Here's the thing: you just got to be smart about it.
Yep.
And if you want
Take
like
your
a
time,
manager, be smart about hiring a fucking manager. But
that
they can help you.
Yep.
They can
definitely can help.
You do. You get a reputable, credible, a good manager for your band so they can help you.
Yep.
And then you get a good fucking entertainment lawyer who can help you in the event that you need.
Who are familiar with your type of business, your type of work.
Lawyer. So
because they're going to be more familiar than you. You need people who know more than you.
That's what I'm saying. You get those 2 things, and you do it yourself.
Yep.
Everything else you do yourself. You do your own shows. You do your own this. You do your own that. Your merch. Everything you do yourself.
It'll be a slower build, but it's all yours.
It is a slower build, but here's the thing about major labels is that they have the resources to get you worldwide. They have the streams.
Yep.
And I don't mean like digital streams. I mean
the streams of the networks
to get you worldwide.
Yep. They have a deal with MTV. They have a deal with Virgin Mobile. They have like all these types of. We can get you on Spotify real quick, and we can get you in front of. We can get you on the Spotify hot list.
This tour and that tour.
Being on a hot list or not.
Yep.
Is a big thing, especially nowadays. Now it's about being a part of a playlist.
Yep.
You know, that's how you discover. It's not radio. Nobody's who listens to radio anymore?
Oh, nobody.
You know, like other than like morning talk, I guess. But I don't even know if they do that.
My thing too. I think a lot of bands opt these days to go the indie label route. So it's a smaller record label,
right?
But they have the time and to help you. They're not going to sign you to a $500,000 deal, but they might sign you to a $10,000 deal. $10,000 is a lot easier to pay back than $500,000. But they may not have the vast connections that a major has, but they have the time and the tools to help you get to where you need to be, and they can spend more time with you. Because a lot of times, like a major label will sign a band. Let's say a band, for example, like a rock band or even like a heavy metal band. chances are whoever signed you, they're probably going to be fired a month from now. So not even going to be the same people there anymore.
Yep.
And then you're going to have somebody like, put it this way, and I won't get too bogged down. I know I'm talking a lot about this, but this is he has his wrestling stuff. This is my shit. Like I'm the music. I love all this stuff, and I've done so much research into it because it drives me fucking crazy. And so hang on. Let me get back. I deviated for a split second.
It was a little second, man.
It. I was saying no. I was saying
the record labels, a 10,000 one as opposed to like a $5 million one. Were we not
No,
close to that?
hang on. I'm going to get back to it. I was going to say, fun little story. Sony Records, right? Sony.
Yeah.
Which is like Sony.
Yeah, they're the big one.
In
one
2003,
of the big ones.
Might have been 2002 technically, but the album came out in 2003. Guess who they signed to a fucking multi-year big money record deal? Sony. Cradle of Filth. Sony picked up Cradle of Filth. Now, the guy who signed them, not because he signed them, but there was a big shakeup, the whole company. That guy happened to be part of the shakeup, and he got fired. So now Cradle of Filth has all this money. They got all these resources from one of the biggest labels on the fucking planet.
Right.
You think of a band like Cradle of Filth, you wouldn't think that they would get signed to such a major label like this, but they did. They put out Damnation and A Day. That was the only record they put out on Sony. You can't find it nowhere now. But it's not on Spotify and streaming platforms. It's weird. It's like one of those lost records. Yeah. If you find it, it's going to cost a lot of money. But like I have it because I bought it years ago.
The CD?
Yeah, I have the actual physical copy. I bought it years and years ago, though.
It's a collector's edition.
But basically what ended up happening, and they used that money. They were like, well, fuck it, we're going to use it. So they hired a 100-something piece fucking orchestra and over in like Belgium or some shit. They went all out.
No jokes. No, just rolling.
Fucking, we're going to go. They made an amazing fucking record. Guy got fired. A bunch of people got fired. There was a big shakeup. They come back. They ended up coming to Cradle of Filth and going, listen, we don't know what to do with you. We don't know how to handle you guys. We don't know what to do. So, and this does not happen that often. They go, you're free to go. Just go. Don't worry about everything's done. Just
clean sheets. Let's go.
That's
probably the best deal ever to them too.
So
you know,
they spent all that money.
Of course. Bye bye.
And they're like, oh, we can just leave.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
We'll leave.
We don't have to pay that.
We don't have to make that back. All right.
See
cool.
Ya.
Cool.
And
they're not even selling it. Like that's what's weird. It's like they would still try to recoup their money a little bit.
The thing is, it's something with Sony. That record is gone. Like it doesn't exist
it's so weird.
anymore. And it's not because of Cradle of Filth.
They don't own the right. It's Sony owns.
It's just gone. You can't
that's
get
so
it
crazy,
now.
man.
And then right after that, they went to Roadrunner. Now Roadrunner, they did a 3-album deal,
which is well known because of Nickelback.
Very well known.
True or not true?
Heavy metal. I'm not going to say that's true. Slipknot's on that level too.
I know.
They happened since 1999.
I had to pick. I had to go. You know the route I had to go.
Yeah, but I mean they're also partnered with Atlantic too, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is one of the bigger ones.
Which is that's one of the biggest. Yeah, and
that makes sense
because it was the weirdest thing. In this moment, is signed to Atlantic and Roadrunner. I don't understand how that works.
Right.
If you go to Atlantic Records and you go under artists, you go down to Eyes, there's In This Moment. You go to Roadrunner, you go to Artist, you go down, there's In This Moment. I'm like, how the fuck are they on two? I don't understand it. But I think they are affiliated with each other.
Yeah.
I don't think Atlantic has a clue how to handle a band like In This Moment. I think Roadrunner would be perfect for them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't understand. I don't know what the deal is with that. But anyways, I won't get too bogged down. We're losing viewers. People don't want to hear about me talk about fucking music.
Paul wants to know what's a diamond record.
A trillion copies. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you would.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
Diamond
I think it
records?
is. Yeah, let me look it up. I've seen Shaggy went diamond.
It has to be 10 million, I would think. If 1 million is platinum, I would think if you go
You're
Diamond.
Yeah, you nailed it.
10 million?
10 million copies.
Okay.
Yeah, Diamond Awards honoring those artists whose sales of singles or albums reached 10 million copies were introduced in 1999, and it ain't been reached ever since.
Really?
Yep, 1999, Diamond.
I was watching a thing on...
Guess who has the most? You'll never guess. Guess who has the most Diamond albums ever? The most Diamond, yeah, that's crazy.
The most, is it an artist or a band? Just help me out with that at least.
Artist.
Is it Michael Jackson?
Nope.
Mariah
Is he
Carey?
on the list? Not in the top list anyway, but he's probably up there. But nope, not Mariah Carey either.
It's probably like so fucking old. Or
Not-
not that old.
They're in your wheelhouse. And they're not even on Spotify, go figure. They're not on Spotify.
Holy shit, man. Because I know you're going to say it. I'm going to be like, what?
With 9 Diamond albums, which is mind-boggling. That's 90 million?
Yeah.
Almost
All right,
100.
you're just gonna
Okay,
have
so
to give
he's
it to
sold
me.
Garth Brooks.
Really? Oh, okay, that makes
Garth
total
Brooks.
sense.
That's Garth Brooks makes sense though. Yeah.
That makes... And I was going to say Garth Brooks.
Yep. But like the Beatles,
Fuck.
Led Zeppelin, Shania Twain, the Eagles,
Shania,
all
yeah.
those are older except for Shania, and I'm sure Mariah's probably up there as well. But like, nine Diamond albums.
That's
that
a-
doesn't even seem like
That's a
albums?
Son of a bitch.
albums.
And you think he's going to streaming? Fuck
No,
you. Fuck you, buddy.
he ain't going. No, you need him.
He just released
It
an
seems
album.
like they need that guy.
He just
That's
released
crazy.
an album.
Dude, that's crazy.
An album called Fun.
I wouldn't have even thought that. And Paul said Metallica takes my mantle as my favorite band of all time. I'm one of those
That's a
guys.
good favorite band.
I'm one of those guys.
Who,
That's a
them?
good band. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
You like thrash metal? There's nothing wrong with thrash.
There's nothing wrong with Metallica, man. Unless you only like them when they got their haircut. Then I'm offended. Because
I love Metallica. I've always loved Metallica. And a lot of people, don't like their newest record, Hardwired to Self-Destruct. To me,
Paul guessed MJ and Beatles, but everybody was wrong. Thank you guys
I was
for
going to say
playing
the Beatles
along.
as well, but I was like, and I swear I'm not just saying this. I know there's no way to prove it, but I literally was thinking Garth Brooks, but I was like,
I was
Garth
thinking you were
Brooks?
going to
And I was
hit
like-
Garth Brooks, dude.
I was thinking, but I was like,
God,
no,
I thought you were going to get it.
Here, I was going way too far back.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Because you would
doing. I was
think
really
like the
thinking,
most
like-
Diamond albums,
If it's not Mariah, if it's not Michael Jackson or somebody like Whitney Houston
or like a
something,
Britney Spears, or like.
I was going to go like, well, if it's not them, who the fuck could it possibly be?
But now,
Yeah, that makes
of
total
course,
sense.
that's who else
Yeah.
it could possibly
Yeah,
be.
He's not. You think he's going to fucking streaming platforms? Yeah, suck his dick. He ain't doing
Like
that
how you said that for him.
It's
true, though.
I got you, Garth.
It's true though.
And you know what? I'm not going to be mad. Because
No, hell no,
people, they're
man.
Like, that's fucked up because people were shitting all over Taylor Swift. She just got on Spotify like what, a couple years ago? If
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
She was never on
something like
Spotify. And everybody was shitting on her for it. Why? Because she
But
wants to sell her
I
fucking
remember
music?
different girls that I dated would be buying that Taylor Swift stuff.
Yeah, but it's like that's
They
the
buy those
old-
albums?
That's the way you're supposed to fucking die. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, like I said before, I pay $9.99 a month.
You deal with your Spotify, right?
Spotify.
It's so convenient though. It is
I
convenient.
pay for
I do
it.
that. I do that
create
too.
My playlist. I do it. Look, I do it. But at the same time, if a artist were to come and say, "Hey, we're not on streaming. You have to buy our fucking record if you want it," I'm gonna buy it. Why wouldn't I buy it? I mean, it's like that's how. Oh, you think that's not fair?
Exactly.
Did you make that fucking record?
Exactly.
Fuck you. Like, so
How is that not fair, you know?
I totally get it when artists don't want to be on streaming. Now,
It's
I
different
guess
for the
an
up and
argument-
comers though. Now,
I guess an argument could be made a little bit for like something like iTunes, right? Where you're still
'cause
paying for it.
Right.
You're paying
You're buying the whole
$12.99
album.
for an
Yep.
album. But I think where it gets a little muddy is that $12.99 does not go directly to the artist, obviously.
Is Garth Brooks on iTunes at least?
No, he's not on nothing.
Really?
The only way
He don't need to be though.
Yeah, the only way.
Why
to get
would
it
he?
Is either go to a store and buy it or order the album online.
Oh yeah. How about this, Garth Brooks? That's why you can't play baseball. That's why you suck at baseball.
Does he?
Because you're good at. Well, he always went to the try. Like he would always like once a year he would try out for like a baseball team that.
Because I watched that whole 2-part documentary series on Netflix. I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
Baseball.
All right, here. Yeah, he would always do Garth Brooks baseball career. Yeah, baseball career. How about that? All right. Country singer Garth Brooks, a huge fan of baseball, was signed by the San Diego Padres to a minor league contract February 12th, 1999. Invited to spring training, the corner outfielder went 1 for 22, an average of 0.045.
Don't bury Garth Brooks.
And was used mostly as a pinch hitter and left fielder. He made it, and that's pretty badass that he got invited. Far. He was invited.
I think
that's more than most can say.
I
think it is. No, of course. Come on now. The guy has 9 diamond albums. I don't think he thought he was going to win the World Series, but I think just because he probably just loved baseball so much, he just wanted to be a part. He just wanted to be like that little piece to be a part of it. And just to know that he got invited, and it probably wasn't a fluke. They probably were like, we'll give him a shot, whatever. It is Garth Brooks. We'll get a little bit of news talking about
like
or whatever.
Wrestlers want to be movie stars. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, sure.
Rappers want to be football players or basketball players want to be rappers. Same, everybody's kind of intertwined, and wrestlers have been doing that for a long time, brother. Get into that Fall Guys book because there's a lot of Hollywood and wrestling that goes on. Yeah. That's been going on for a long time. It's just Vince McMahon was the one. He was the smart one to collectivize it all and put it into one big giant monolith of a wrestling program or whatever.
To touch on Vince just real quick, I read that Netflix is going to be doing a documentary on Vince McMahon.
I heard about that.
First time ever.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, and it's also the producers of some really really big movie or show or something. Yeah. So it's in like really I can't fuck. It's like a big.
I'd be interested, right? I'd be interested if like.
It's like a big deal. But
so
I forget.
Is it going to follow him now, or is it going to follow him back in the day?
I think it's everything.
Because I would love for it's too late now. Obviously, I would have loved for somebody to have been able to follow him while he was building the 80s or while he was building the 90s. I mean, the 2000s and the 2020s obviously haven't been as like.
I know it's going to cover his childhood.
Yeah,
I know it's going to cover a lot of stuff
that
I'm sure Vince is probably like. Ooh, he doesn't like that shit.
Paul had a nice one there. Paul said he had a better baseball career than Michael Jordan. Talking about Garth Brooks. Well, if the shoe fits, old Garthy. Good job, Garthy.
I love Garth Brooks.
That's good shit, though. That's good shit. That's not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. It turned into a music cast, but that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. But, we had to start a little bit earlier because we got stuff that we got to do. So we wanted to make sure that we got this stuff rocking and rolling for you guys. So we got a good hour in here. So we're going to hop on off here because we got to keep on moving, as they always say. But thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. This was a fun night. We talked a little bit about COVID, a little bit about our normal lives, trying to get back to somewhat type of normalcy, but now it doesn't seem like it's going to be that normal if the largest ticket distributor in the world wants to COVID test you or make sure that you have your vaccine, because that just seems like
that
ain't none of your business, Ticketmaster. Sell me a ticket.
Yeah,
that's a weird one, right?
Yeah. That
just creeps me out, man.
But like I said, I don't think it's gonna stick. I
hope you're right, dude. I just don't know what to think anymore. Like I want to believe in people and humanity so much, but I don't know if they're gonna deal with that. I feel like people are like dealing with it, but then again, you go to Florida, and it's like there is no COVID.
Yeah.
You go to COVID or you go to Florida, and what? What are you talking about? Why are you wearing a mask? Get out of here!
You trying to rob me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
But anyway, guys, thank you all for joining us. We love you for this Friday night try. You got anything else before we jump off here, Jimbo?
No, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hop on off. Goodbye.
Right on, man. We'll see you all later. Y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend, and always wash your feet. I was gonna say hands, but I didn't want to be too COVID centric.